Hey everyone, Scooby-Doo here and welcome to a brand new video. So today we're going to be doing the review on the life-size sideshow Grogu slash Baby Yoda. That's my preferred name for him. We're going to be doing that today. But before we start, we're going to talk about a few things that are going to be coming up because what's been like 3 weeks since I've done a video. Been really busy doing a lot of stuff in the Back to the Future room, Star Wars room, and also enjoying the holidays. Which, by the way, I hope you guys had a great holiday season, well, as best that we can during this time. So again, before we start, I'm going to show you a few items and a few things that we're going to be doing over these next few months. So really quickly, you can see here there's a pit droid in the back of our Back to the Future room. I'm going to be doing a review on that. It's a life-size pit droid. I'll also let you know where you can get one. Really cool. Also, if you noticed, the Back to the Future room looks a little bit not quite the same as it used to. We're going to be doing an extreme makeover with our virtual pinball machine, which is there in the back. Now, that's not probably going to start for another month or two, and that's only because I am working with Extreme arcade cabinets, and they're based out of Australia. So although we're getting closer to having the finished product as far as the stuff that we're going to be putting into the machine, it's still going to take a little bit of time for it to get over here from Australia. But what I decided to do is to go ahead and do extreme makeover in the entire room. So we're not finished with that yet. It's just stuff that I've been working on. So we have that that we're going to be doing. I want to show you a couple other items. And I'm going to be leaving links down below when I do these reviews on where you can get some of this cool stuff. So really quickly, I want to show you, this is a lighted Star Wars wall panel that lights up, and this is going to be going obviously into the Star Wars room. I had one place where I was going to put it, but then it didn't really work out in that spot, so I had to figure a new spot, and I do have that. And that's another reason why too sometimes the videos take a little bit longer. As I get the things, I'm like, okay, this is where I'm going to put it, and then I decide to put it somewhere else, or I come up with another idea, and then I'm buying this and that. And so it's the same thing with the virtual pinball, and then moving the Back to the Future room around as well. This is another item. This is obviously going to go in the Back to the Future room. Kind of show you this. It does light up. I don't know if it's not showing quite on the video, but you push these buttons. So that's really cool. This is going to go with my flux capacitor and my time circuit that I have in the room. Play some music. It's really cool. The last two items are made by the same vendor. Again, I'll put a link down below to his page as well. There we go. So we have that. I just received my sound chip card for my life-size R2, so I got to wire that in. So we're going to have that to do. And then something else, I was using this as a stand. This is my brand new Lando and Skiff Guard Sideshow 1/6 Go. We'll be doing a review on that. So just a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that I've gotten, a lot of rearranging, and so look for the videos whenever I can get them out. But there's a lot of things going on. So on to the review. I don't know what to say about this guy. He is so cool. Now I understand, get this back a little bit. I understand that when he came out, some people said his cheeks were too red and rosy, and same with his ears a little bit. And I would tend to agree with that, but after a while you do get used to it, and there are ways that you can actually dull down the red on his cheeks. You can use baby wipes, or you can just use your thumb and friction to get some of it off. There's a bunch of great videos out on YouTube right now that'll show you ways to kind of modify them as far as the paintwork goes. And the same with his articulation. He doesn't really have any articulation. His head does kind of swivel a little bit, but that's about it. And those are two really things, articulation and the rosy cheeks, that I maybe would have not really necessarily complained about But I would have definitely brought those up in my reviews because that's just what I do. But I've had him for 2 weeks, and he's been sitting on this counter for 2 weeks. And after a while, you get used to the rosy cheeks. Not to mention that from further away, it actually looks pretty good. It's only when you get up and you focus on it. After a while, you get used to it, and he looks just fine. But anyways, he's been on this counter for a couple weeks, and I gotta tell you, he's so lifelike. I'll be in here like making a sandwich or something, and it looks like he's just staring at me, and I kind of have like a conversation with him, like maybe like in Castaway, when Tom Hanks was talking to, who was he talking to? Wilson. We have these conversations, like he'll look at me and I'll be like, yeah, I'm making another sandwich. What of it? But I really do love this figure. Again, there's some things, you could modify his suit a little bit. Again, you could make him articulated. I may do that on his arms, but again, after a while, it's just, he's fine just the way he is. It just takes a little bit of time. And the detail that they did on him is fantastic. The base, although I'm not going to use it, it just, all of it's really premium. It really is. And so I have really no complaints from Sideshow at all. And then especially for the price point, just look at this guy. And I think that's why he wasn't articulated, because they wanted to keep the price down. I think a lot of people probably purchased him that had probably never purchased a figure from Sideshow before. And so I think they wanted to make him a little bit less expensive and more accessible for other people to purchase him. So again, I think that's why he's not articulated. But still, just look at that. Try to keep my camera straight. Kind of tilt this up. I did get him on a pre-order. He was $350. And again, if you think about that, most of your newer 1/6 scale Hot Toys or Sideshow are hitting like that $250 mark. And so just for $100 more, and you're basically getting a quarter scale, which actually Sideshow does a really great job on their quarter scales. Their quarter scales generally go for $450 to $500. So if you take all that into account, and the fact that this was a really sought after item, especially last year when it first came out, and then they did the pre-order at the first of last year, to still say, hey, you know what, we're going to give it at $350, even though normal price is $450 to $500. There is no complaints from me whatsoever. Just absolutely phenomenal figure. And I can't wait to get him up onto the Fett Mandalorian wall. But again, I'm kind of debating on whether or not I do want to make his arms articulated. I wouldn't do his legs because I want him to be, because he's going to be on display. I'm not going to be carrying him around. So I'd want that extra sturdiness for its legs, because I know some people do his arms and his legs. If I do it, I'm just going to be doing his arms only. And it looks like it's pretty simple to do. So again, we'll see on that. But first I need to build that custom base for him. And then get him up on the wall. And then once that occurs, then I can go back and change him up a little bit. So, oh, and then the box he comes in, I don't have it. I already put it away. But again, I almost just like him in this room, because again, when I'm in here doing the dishes or doing something, I just kind of look over at him, and it's just like he's looking right at you, like the eyes, the expression of the mouth, just everything. I am looking forward to the Hot Toys version. They're still doing some stuff on it. One of the things, the reason why I didn't go with the Hot Toys is because of the ears. I think they have detachable ears, which kind of leaves a mark. Not a mark, but like where the ears get attached. I didn't really like that. But I think the Hot Toys one is going to be a little bit more articulated, and you can switch out the hands and stuff. But I think for the money and for the detail and just how he looks, if you haven't picked him up yet, I'm assuming that if you wanted him, you've already picked them up. And I just want to show you one more thing, just really quickly. I just forgot to bring it into the room, so give me 1 second. I'm in the other room. Just to show you again, like the detail of his face. Now, I think they used the original molds from the Mandalorian show, so that's why he also looks so awesome. I want to show you next. This is the Hasbro one, and you can just, like, when this Hasbro one came out, I was like, oh, he's so cool. It's Baby Yoda. It's Grogu. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that was really, he was really cool when he came out. But you can just, if you look at the two, I'm not even talking about the paint color, and I know you can mod this up a little bit. But again, I mean, this looked really good. But then when you get this, it's like, dang. That's Grogu right there. I mean, that is just, it's phenomenal. Just absolutely, I can't express how much I really enjoy this figure. And if you haven't gotten a chance, I think they still have pre-orders. I think they're a little bit more in price, but I think you can still pre-order these on Sideshow because people are just really wanting this figure. And I couldn't be happier with it. So there's a little bit of review. Some people might be a little surprised. They're like, oh, Scooby's always like tears them apart. And no, this one is just awesome. So yeah, so that's about it. Look for all the other stuff. I got some really cool stuff that is going to be going into the Back to the Future room. And then I'm going to hope maybe by this weekend I can do the review on the 1/6 scale Lando. You know, we already have the shelf for that, so that's going to be a really cool just review, and then we'll be able to put them right up onto the wall. Again, Pit Droid, my life-size R2, the pinball. I got some of the large life-size figures back into the other room. I still have to do the lighting on those. Just also, too, I had to, you know, take all of the Christmas stuff down and everything else, so... Anyways, that's it. I hope everybody has a fantastic week. Again, I apologize for not putting out a video for such a long time. But yeah, just stay tuned for just tons of stuff in 2021. I'll talk to you guys real soon.